Good evening everyone and welcome once again to the Craft Store. My name is Andy Love and regular viewers will know that at 6 p.m. it's time for another one-day special. Well, today's one-day special is a little bit extra special because it's actually the second anniversary of JMC. Now, what is JMC? Well, who is JMC? It's Julia McNeil-Cross and she's here right now. Happy anniversary!
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, excited.
It's very exciting, isn't it? So listen, because first time I've met Julia today. I know lots of you got to know her very, very well over the last couple of years. So if you don't mind, because I have brand new people joining us all the time, you know, obviously a lot of people join us from Create and Craft. Hello, by the way. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you come into the world of crafting?
I have been crafting for forever. I think like most crafters that end up here. It's a long history of crafting, you know, did it with my grandparents and stuff like that. And I sort of fell into this by accident, actually, very happy accident. I was getting treatment for anxiety and drawing. I went through art therapy for it, and I was encouraged to share it on social media.
Right.
Which I did. And then once I started doing that, people were I started getting DMs and things, you know, saying, oh, could we use your images for crafting with and stuff like that.
Right.
So, yeah, then I did downloadable images. And then I got a phone call from the craft store because somebody had made a phone call saying, check this person out. And so I sat there with my buyer and was like, yeah, that sounds fantastic. Yeah, I can come down. That's brilliant. Yeah, booked the date in and everything. Got off the phone and thought, right, where do I get stamps made? Where do I get papers out? It was
really?
literally
Wow.
kind of, yeah. So it was unexpected, but I'm so happy. I absolutely love it.
Well, and a testimony to yourself as well in terms of the achievement, 2-year anniversary, and quite fitting actually, because it is an anniversary. Julia's also been very, very generous as well in the fact that she has a free gift for every single one of you who buys something from this show. Now, what we're going to be getting is courtesy of Julia. We're going to be getting an A7 stamp sheet. Now, upon that sheet, you will find that there are 6 stamps, and that's what you're going to receive, but this is the board, so that's what you're actually going to receive. You don't need to do it, it's just added automatically, you don't need to quote an item number or anything like that, but that is what you are going to receive. So it's 1 per customer, so for every single one who purchases something from this show, including the one-day special, courtesy of Julia, you are going to get, as you can see there, the colorific sentiments. Some of the sentiments you have in there, as you can see, you have keep looking up, there may be a rainbow waiting for you. Be unique, let your colours shine. You are perfect exactly as you are. So on behalf of everyone, thank you, Julia. It's very generous of you.
Yeah, well, thank you to everyone at home, because if it wasn't for everyone at home supporting me and supporting my journey, I wouldn't be here. So big thank you to everyone at home.
Lovely. All right, so quite befitting that we have a one-day special for you. Now, a lot of you already in ordering, already extremely busy for what is already a very, very popular one-day special. So it's the Beautiful Dreams collection. I'll give you the need to know first of all. So you need to know are, if you ever across the front, you will see that you are getting 4 A6 stamp sheets. Now, across all 4 of those, there's a total of around about 30 stamps, okay? On top of that, you're also going to be getting the A4 paper pack. Now, within that A4 paper pack, again, tonally, it's designed to work in conjunction with the imagery on the stamps. There are 5 designs, 5 of each, so it's 25 sheets included within there. So it's all of the A4 papers, all of those 30 stamps as well, for £39.95. And don't forget, you're also going to be getting that extra stamp set worth £7.99 included as well. It makes it an incredible one-day special. Even better if you go for it on FlexiBuy, £19.98 is all you need to pay to go for your one-day special, and also that extra gift courtesy of Julia will be included. Now, as always, you can go for individuals. We'll have a look at the individual stamps in just a couple of seconds. If you do want to go for the individuals, again, you will find those on our website. That, of course, is the Craft Store. But let's take a closer look. If you want to go for a paper pack on its own, we'll have a closer give you the details of that. Bottom of your screen, it's 549825 if you do want to go for the pastel petals. So let's talk a little bit about the stamps first of all. So who are the characters we can get to know in the stamps?
So we've got Aurora. She sits on a rainbow or branch or swing. So it's been sized so that Aurora will sit on all of those things. And then we've got Misty, and she can stand on the lamppost or climb the ladder. And we've got, as I said, Serenity is the swing. It helps you to build scenes.
Right.
I'm a dreamer in many senses of the word.
Yeah.
You know, like I like, you know, Folk in the Faraway Tree, Down the Rabbit Hole, anything, Head in the Clouds. That is me and my personality. So it suits me. But I'm also a firm believer of you dream it, you know, believe it, achieve it.
It can become true.
Absolutely. Do you know, I kept a dream book. I had a my first business mentor. She made us keep a dream book. The very first entry that was in my dream book was a picture that I superimposed of this studio.
No.
Yeah, of like me being at a Chanda, as it was called at the time.
No way. Well,
yeah.
I think, okay.
So I think because of that, that's why, like, to have this sort of like believe in your dreams and all of that as a collection, as a celebration of that, just seemed fitting.
So you've got an uplifting tone running throughout this. That's represented by the colours. There's a whimsy behind these as well. And I think as a result of that, it makes them really quite ageless, whether or not you're looking to make cards for younger members of the family, someone who needs a lift. And goodness gracious me, don't we all need a lift at the moment? If you love colour as well, and you're looking forward to seeing these kind of colours in your garden, then you know what you need to do. You need to get on the phone lines or on the website and order yours. Look how dramatic, indeed how wonderful that looks in terms of contrast with the black background as well. So again, already busy for everything that we highlighted. So again, you're getting 4 A6 stamp sheets, about 30 stamps in there, and also the A4 paper pack for only £19.98. That, of course, is your first flexi payment. Obviously, post and packaging on top of that, but obviously you only pay that once. And you're also going to get your free gift of those sentiment stamps as well at 725730, the item number. Now, my advice is we'll get to demonstrations as soon as we can, I promise you. However, there are some absolute, well, I was going to say hidden gems. They're not going to become hidden when I tell you about them. There's real value across the entirety of the show. So if you go onto our website, craftstore.com, you'll be able to see the items before I get there and maybe before they sell out. All right, let's take a look at what we've got here. Now, you have got your beautiful skies. These are 6x6 stencils for £14.97. It's 344355. I mean, tonally, I mean, obviously, you can see here you've got kind of stormy skies, rain, but I guess that's part of dreaming, right? When you have a stormy sky?
I mean, I think I've gone for pastel colours for the actual ODS because I'm thinking spring. We're in February and we're moving into the spring things. But I also think it works so well, and I do have demonstrations later for that galaxy look. You know that surrealism art where they're floating around in galaxies and things like that? That sort of thing, it's absolutely perfect for. And if you have been watching for a while and know who I am, you know that I'm absolutely obsessed with clouds. So we've just got a little bit more elaborate with our clouds in these ones.
There we go, there's a couple of examples just there in terms of how you can use those as a launch pad to be able to enter the wonderful world of JMC. So £14.97 gets all 3 of those. That's 344355, the all-important item number. All right, let's head down and take a look at, well, one of the first full sets of dies that we have available for you. You can see 2 sets here. What you do is Dan, you actually put these onto boards to do 2 things, because they come to you kind of all linked together. When you take that, the packaging, you'll be able to see just how many dies you are getting in here. You've got Raindrops on Roses, which is that one just there. How many of you are thinking of the song right now? And you've also got By the Silvery Moon, which is also a lyric by a song as well. You're slightly more of a vintage if you remember that one. So you're getting both sets, as you can see there, again for £34.98. It's 335274, the item number. So again, you can see very much celebration clouds, very much a presence there, as Julie was highlighting. Rainbows as well. And again, you can see you've also got ladders, which could also be like a film strip as well. So lots of versatility included within there. I'll show you a couple of examples, because goodness gracious me, Julia, you've been busy preparing. Is this just yourself who's made all these cards?
This is the design team as well, and these are the very first dies that JMC's ever brought. So these are a brand new product range for us as well.
Well, there you go.
So it's a bit exciting.
You've saved everything for tonight.
I have.
And we appreciate
all up
that.
For today.
We do appreciate that. There we go. You can start to see. That's a good idea, actually, using some of the dies to create like backgrounds as well, rather than just sentiments. All right, that's 335274 at £34.98 if you want to go for those. Okay. Now, this next item, I think, is phenomenal value for money. Really, really good value for money. A little bit of a special that Julia's done for us. So let me start off with the papers in the heart of what you have here. So what you're getting within here, you are getting your A4 topper pack, okay? And within that A4 topper pack, you are getting 4 designs, 5 of each. So it's 20 in total. They're just the 4 designs. You get each one of those 5 times, make a grand total of 20. So no matter what you go for in terms of the stamps, you're getting those included. Bear that in mind when you take a look at that price of £15.97. Now, genuinely, 20 sheets for topper pack, £15.97, that's pretty good. But I want you to take a look at the stamps, because when you start to see the stamps, you'll realise why I'm rightly excited about this. So let's start off first of all. Now this is Dotty and Lady Dot, as you can see just there. Now they all have a different item number, 283633. Now counting up on these, each option has at least 10 stamps. So 10 stamps plus your 20 sheets of A4 toppers, £15.97. I think that's almost like another one-day special. That's 283633 if you'd like to go for those. Let's go down from there, shall we? Let's go down to the second option that we have just here. Here you have Honey Topped and Queenie, slightly different item number. Here it comes, 377995. Same idea, 20 sheets of your toppers, plus also the Queenie and Honey Topped as well in terms of your stamps. That's 377995. Now, this is the most popular one so far. I can see why. Let's hop across to the other side. Let's go to the top just here. Now, within here, this is Belle Blue. And you can also see the character in there is Sammy. So again, same idea. You've got about 10 stamps, coupled also with those 20 sheets of toppers for only £15.97. That item number is 774562. And then go to the final option. This is Daisy Topped and also the Secret Garden. Again, about 10 stamps in there and also your 20 sheets of your toppers. So a reminder, the sheets we're showing you here, that's 4 of them. You're getting them 5 times, 20 sheets, and you're getting all of that for only £15.97. And we'll just show you very quickly just some finished examples that Julia has brought in, just so you can get an idea of the kind of characters that you're playing with here. Whether or not you're working with alcohol pens, water-based pens, you can create something really cute. Look at the usual price, £36.97, £21 saving. That's incredible, isn't it? And 386252 if you do want to go for those. And already early signs are they're not going to last. Could just last tonight, so get in early and get hold of yours. You can check out everything else, of course, on the website. The website, of course, is the craft store. And don't forget, courtesy of Julia, you will also be getting that free gift of your Colorific sentiments as well, worth £7.99 as a thank you for your support that's enabled her to reach her 2nd anniversary with us here at the craft store. But whatever you do, also do not miss out on your one-day special, because that's proving very, very popular. Your one-day special launches at 6 p.m. and is available until 6 p.m. the next day, or until it lasts in terms of stock as well. And the rate in which this is going, I'm not so sure that it's going to last. But do go onto the website and do check out those stamps and toppers we just took a look at, because they are also proving rather popular. All right, so 725730. Right, you've seen just about everything. Let's jump into a demonstration. So which set we're going to play with first of all?
Let's start with free stamp, because no matter what you order, you're going to get it. Yeah, we're just going to keep it nice and simple for the first demo and just show you how beautifully these stamps. So these are lovely deep photopolymer. They're made in the UK, which I think is a huge advantage and selling point. And what I tend to find is when you stamp, just wait a little second. Sometimes if we rush it, that's when our stamping goes wrong. But if you actually think of the logistics, the ink is on the stamp and we want it on the paper. So just give it time.
Right, okay.
There we go. And it's stamped absolutely beautifully. And like the detail in some of these word stamps are tiny. And if you get a cheaper stamp, they kind of squidge when you stamp them out, but that kind of shows the quality. So I want my little sentiment there to become a feature in my card. So I've taken some of the papers. What I like to do, and this is the reason why you get 5 sheets of each, is I like to look into my papers to think what I can take out and pull apart and rearrange and make it my own. And that's the whole purpose. This is about your imagination, your creativity. I just want to give you the tools to unlock your creativity, so you do whatever you want with it. And I think these papers allow you to do that. Yeah. So I want this little sentiment here to be the feature of the card. But if I do that, that just looks a little bit lost. It's a bit small, but we can really easily build that up. So what I've done is I've just cut a few mats and layers. This is one of the first things I learnt to do when I started crafting all those eons ago. So I'm going to just create a little layer, and then I've got another layer there. So if you have a little element that you want to be the main thing and it looks lost, this is a really quick and easy way of just giving it that impact.
A lift.
Yeah. So now all of a sudden, if I put that down, it carries itself.
Ah, yes.
So it looks hugely different. So I'm going to take the paper. So I think what I'm trying to show is this: if you've never made a card in your life before, you just flicked through and discovered us, then it's that simple.
And I guess, I mean, obviously, if you're here for your second anniversary, and certainly judging by how many of you are placing your orders now, we'd love to see examples of what you've created, as it is a celebration for the anniversary.
Absolutely.
I know Julie would love to see what you've created with her cards, with her stencils, with her dies. You can send your pictures to us, the craft store. studio@thecraftstore.com, studio@thecraftstore.com.
And then me being me, I'm putting a little wiggly squiggly line because I can't help myself. It's one of those things that just...
Almost like a kind of faux stitching. It works so well, doesn't it?
I can't not do it. And there you go, within a very short space of time. Seconds.
You've got something really smart.
Quick, really easy, really achievable for anyone.
Are we able to, because I'm looking at that and I'm thinking that's the kind of card I would expect to see in, you know, the well-known card store at St Pancras Station. Are we able to make and sell with any of these?
Absolutely. It's what I did, quite frankly. It's how I financed my crafting hobby. We've all been there, you know. So it's like we all watch the telly and want everything. So yeah, I had all my friends and family buying cards off me. So absolutely, go for it.
Wonderful. That's good news, isn't it? So you can spread the love when it comes to JMC Designs as well. All right, quick reminder on your one-day special. Now, before we even start with the one-day special, actually, one thing I should tell you, goodness gracious me, approaching 20% of the stock has gone already. We're not even 20 minutes into the first show. This is how quick you're going to need to be to ensure you get hold of yours. Remember, thanks to the kindness of Julia, not only are you going to be receiving everything you can see there with the A4 paper pack. Remember, there are 5 designs, 5 of each, so 25 sheets included in there. You're also going to get your 4 A6 stamps. I do have boards here that will very, very quickly show you what the stamped image is inside each one of those. So you can see that is Aurora. And you can see you've got some beautiful imagery within there, very much befitting the kind of designs that Julia was mentioning to earlier on. There we go, you can see, travelling with the umbrella. That's the only way to fly, of course. On to the next one. This is the Misty selection. Again, you can get hold of these individually. You'll notice some of these marry with those dies that we showed you earlier on as well. Then moving on to the Serenity. And within there you can see a rather beautiful swing. And again, you can see, again, more clouds. Yeah, she was right, obsessed with them. They're in pretty much everything. And guess what? More clouds, but also you can see a little bit of moonlight provided within there as well. So to get all of those stamps and also that paper pack for £39.95, or your first flexi of £18 is exceptional value for money. Let me show you some more finished examples. And actually what I will show you, go a little bit beyond just cards as well. Perfect for making tags. Again, the nice thing about a tag, it can sometimes double as a card, can't it? Onto the next one, you can see incorporating a few more designs there. There's that wonderful swing that we showed you earlier on. I'll show you another tag as well, just because I like the tags. But again, if you are traditionally a card maker, actually this one's an interesting one. It really highlights the power of black. How it can really, really work and contrast. You know, it's a colour we kind of veered away from crafting for a long time. We thought it was kind of macabre, but we've since learnt that lesson. It is perfect to provide contrast in terms of your designs. And I'll show you this one because I'm sure for Julia this is a bit of a favourite. There you go, you can see. Black clouds, but you've got rainbows not too far away. A 725-730 at £39.95. Listen, we'll come back to Julia, I promise, in just a couple of seconds. Don't forget, though, with every single purchase, one per customer, courtesy of Julia, to help celebrate the second year anniversary, you are going to be receiving your colorific sentiments as well. It's an A7 sheet of stamps. There are 7 stamps in total on there. So it's 725-730 if you do want to go for your one-day special. But with 20% of the stock having gone, you can't afford to hang around. All right, so let's move on to the stencils, because again, a lot of people are adding this to their basket. I'll show you actually how you can start to incorporate these to create some backgrounds as a starting point. You can see you've got that dotty design there running through. Now, tellingly, 20% of the stock of the stencils have gone, which suggests to me that pretty much everyone who is going for the one-day special is possibly adding in these stencils as well. And why not? Because they befit absolutely perfectly. I'll move those out of the way so you can get a good look in terms of what you are getting. So you are getting the clouds with the butterfly. You're also getting the clouds, but you're also getting the ability. That's the cloud that's been used at the top there. That actually creates that dimension just there. Very, very clever. And then you're also getting your umbrella as well. All three of those for £14.97. It's 344 355, the all-important item number if you'd like to go for those. OK, but let's go back to Julia, because we should have another demonstration, don't you think? Yes, we should. What are we going to do next?
We're going to do some stamping. More stamping. Right, so this is the swing from Serenity. Now this is one of these stamps that I designed it.
Right.
And I designed it for the gorgeous Aurora to sit on. And so you might feel that it's a little bit limited, you know, that in its uses, but I have to say, as I've been prepping, this stamp set has been picked up every single time I've made something. There's just so much on it, and there's so much you can do with it. That yeah, it's been one of those ones that's like, it's going to be sitting on my desk and it's going to be pulled out all the time. So that's me just stamped it using my Be Crafty Slims. They're on the website as well. They're awesome. Right, and I'm just going to go a little bit arty, not too arty, a little bit. Okay. Very doable. See, that's hard, isn't it? Skill. Did you see that skill? Were you blown away? I
wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah, you know. The things you learn.
So it's just watercolour? Yep,
so I've just put a bit of water on, and then I'm just grabbing some of my blue paints and just some different, that's maybe going a bit dark, but that's all right. See if that happens and you think, oh my goodness, that's a bit dark, didn't really want to do that. Don't panic, it's watercolour. Just lift it up.
Oh, there we go. You can
so it's like a little bit of water and a little bit of, you know, lifting, and it's all fixed. So never panic with watercolour. So then we would let that dry. I mean, you could blast it with a heat gun, but I quite like letting things dry naturally. See, I'm not as prepped as I thought. Anyway, never mind. I'll just grab some colours out of my pencil case. Right, so I'm going to colour in the swing. I tend to like to use at least 2 tones. Because I've let that dry, the pencil's going to go over that watercolour absolutely fine. Shall I move my bag out of shot? There we go. I'll try and start using my brain again. Sorry, people.
They're thanking you for that, for your foresight.
There we go. You kind of get carried away with the whole crafting, and then it's just like you are when you're at home and you just spread stuff everywhere and forget that actually, you know,
you forget that
there's you know,
several
cameras and things that are needing to do their job too. And I'm just going to flick. So again, this isn't rocket science. I'm not doing posh colouring, and I can actually spend hours colouring. It's the thing I love to do, but you don't have to if you don't want to.
But these are simple techniques you're showing us.
Absolutely. Completely accessible to everybody. Oh, what I meant to show as well when I did the watercolour is if I just tapped my brush, I can show you in a second. There we go. So we just build that up to how we want. I just realised I missed a step, but I'll show you now. So all I did was to create that splatter, I just kind of did that.
Let your finger splat.
Yes. Right, so then we let that dry. And I did start faffing a bit more because you can, and as crafters we do, don't we? We just sometimes just don't know when to leave it alone. These are the Sakura gel pens, the glittery, and I just sort of
legendary.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I just sort of traced around the edge of my ink splat because I could, and I also used like a glitter pen and just went over some of the. So this is when you get lost in it.
But did you? I mean, you were talking about how you came to crafting. It's interesting, you know. That, I've heard that's a similar story. so many times. And I think particularly with what's been happening recently, you know, in the wider world, in terms of lockdown or what have you, you know, craft has been a saviour for so many people, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so many people. In fact, one of the people that are on my design team, Dawn, we've got 2 Dawns, but she started crafting in lockdown.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And now she's on my design team.
Well, there you go, you see.
And she's got her own, you know, channel where she's sharing stuff as well. Right, so I'm just drawing some little white dots and then making little star shapes, just making this a little bit pretty. So you can just build it. You can take it to any level that you want. And then I've cut out some of the die cuts. I'll do that on here a bit later.
Okay.
It's I'm using the borrowed machine, so we've just got to get to know each other a little bit.
Okay.
And
once
we do, I'll maybe demo that in a few hours time. I've had a little play. It was all nice and easy enough, but you know.
But it's a first date. So
yeah, well that's it. You know,
you don't get too far.
You need to get to know each other first. So then I would just take in. So these dies are so cool. So we've got this little rose, and then we've got this little bit that sits on top of it to give the dimension, but both the positive and the negative work. So it's like out of that one you get 2 dies in one. So I would build that all up like so and just fiddle. I love swirly whirly bits.
Now the dies, all details on the screen. 1/4, 25% of the stock of those dies have gone. I'll show you exactly what you're getting in just a couple of seconds. But again, you're going to need to be quick if you do want to go for those. It's 335274.
So
you get a lot there for £34.98.
So I would have a fiddle, and then there we go. Oops. So I've also that cloud edge die. Obviously, it's extendable, and it depends on where. So it's quite good for fancy shaped cards. I know what I'm trying to say, but the words are not, the brain and the words are not working together.
Fancy shaped card, we're all with you there, that's fine. Yeah,
but it means you could have a narrow strip, or you can have a big long sheet of paper. It depends where you choose to put it. So I've done that strip down the edge there. I've also gone mad with my glitter pen and all the die cut elements. I have added glitter because it's sparkly, and I just think that's really just a lovely, romantic, serene.
It is. It's it's kind of a bit eclectic. It's whimsical. It's a phrase I used earlier on as well. And I think that could be a card for almost anyone, because there's no like pictures of a girl or a woman or a boy or anything like that. That literally could be a card for anyone. Beautifully done. Well done. Not your first time. No, good.
Made variety in my life. Yeah.
All right, so listen, let me give you the details, or let me show you all of those die cuts. Obviously don't come to you like this. This is just done so that you can see exactly what shapes you were able to cut out. And they do complement the imagery that forms part, again, of your one-day special. It's 2 sets, one called Raindrops on Roses. And then you've also got By the Silvery Moon as well at £34.98. It's 335274, the item number. All of that imagery that you've seen there, I think you've seen on at least one card so far on the show. It's 335274. Let me show you how they come to you. They come to you in that package, as you can see. It's 335274. Now, the one-day special, obviously established, proving incredibly popular. But something else that's proving very, very popular, just from a pure economical sense, is the offer that we have when it comes to your stamp bundle. Now remember, you've got 4 different options here, 4 different options. No matter which option you go for, you're going to get your 20 sheets of your toppers. Now, here are the 4 designs, 5 of each, making 20. This is just a sample of what you are getting. So it is those designs 5 times over. I mean, goodness gracious me, just look at that one on the front right there. That's 3, 4, maybe even 5 cards worth just included from that one sheet. And you're going to get obviously 5 of those. So let's sort through the stamp sale. We've got some stock updates to give you as well. So let's start off first of all with this option here. Now, no matter which option you go for, you're getting at least 10 stamps, okay? So for this option, this is the Lady Dot stamp bundle. It also comes with Dotty. 20% of the stock has gone. That's right, £15.97 for the stamps and also for the toppers, a saving of £21. Saving more than you're spending. That's always good news. So moving on to the next item number that we have for you, which is the Honey Dot, but you also have Queenie within there as well. A quarter of the stock of that pairing has gone, and again you are getting the A4 topper sheets as well at 377,995. Let's hop across to Belle Blue, who also comes with Sammy. And again, you are getting the topper sheets in here as well at 774,562. 10% of the stock has gone there. And your final option down to the front, where you have Daisy Tot and also the Secret Gardener, also comes with those A4 topper sheets, 20 of them for £15.97. Again, 10% of the stock has gone, a £21 saving to be made here. I must show you some finished examples, because at this rate, I'm not so sure that these are going to last the entire day. There you can see is Queenie. And I think Queenie's actually been slightly adapted into a ladybird. You can see just there. Let's start to bring in some of the other. This is an interesting one, actually, where not too much colour's been added. Oh, actually, I must have showed you this one, because this is really cool. That's good, isn't it? Valentine's Day, not too far away, of course. And let me show you another one within that one, as you can see. So it's 386,252. So again, you've got 4 different options, but do get your skates on again with the £21 saving. They are not going to be around forever. And remember, if that's all you order from the show, you are still going to get that free gift courtesy of Julia, again with those colorific sentiments as well. Remind you of that as we go. Right, some other items that are available on the website. A lot of you going to a website, taking advantage of what's available there. These are proving rather popular. Now, next up we have got, now this is Layla and Celeste. This is a double A6 stamp set for £17.99. It's 933639 if you'd like to go for those. Now, we do also happen to have a paper pack that will match with that rather nicely, as you can see. So again, it's the Amethyst Dreams and the A4 topper kit at £19.98. And would you believe it, there are clouds in there as well.
That's why I put this one in, because our gorgeous Celeste, who's the character that's got the moon necklace and things like that, obviously we've got the clouds and the moon and the dies. And obviously JMC didn't have dies when I launched those, and they just go so perfectly with them that I just felt she needed to be seen again with this collection, because it works so well.
That's
together.
a lovely colour, lovely with those amethyst tones. So 647,911 again, £19.98. All right, we'll change the details back to our one-day special, and let's jump into another demonstration. So what we're going to do next?
I'm going to do a bit of scene building. That's what I had in my head. As I said, I really like surrealism art and that sort of thing, and so being able to build a picture, and they've been designed with the sizing of it has been designed with that in mind, so that, you know, when it comes to scene building, you can just keep going and create an absolutely massive scene. But also, stamps aren't so big that if you want to create a scene and put it on a card, that it's too big. So we've done it so that it works for your card making as well. And that, the stamp is a wonderful quality. That is down to a dry ink pad. So bear with. And also the rainbow, because it's photo of polymer, I'll just show you that. We do have an element of flex. So if you want a slightly rounder rainbow, just pull it in a little bit.
Nice.
Or you can have it out. If you want to have it as it should be, one of the better things you can do, if you pop it face down, it'll find its natural place.
Its natural curve.
Yeah, but it is quite handy because it's quite an elongated rainbow, and that was so that Aurora could sit on it. But if you wanted it more traditionally roundy, it's dead easy to put into that shape too. I'll try and put a bit more ink on this time. And this time I am stamping with Memento, so it's a different ink pad to what I was using earlier, but I'm using this one because I want to colour with my alcohol markers.
Oh, I see, okay.
So there is method to the madness, just about. Right. Oh, my world. Yeah, I live in a mad, crazy world. Not really, in my head I do. I was better correct in case my husband and daughter are watching. Don't live in a mad, crazy world, but in my head it's a lovely place.
I love the kind of stream of consciousness that you're saying with your crafting. It's quite entertaining in itself. We should just keep you mic'd up when the show's finished as well.
Yeah. So I'm going to put a little bit of shadow area down first. You don't have to worry about it too much, but I do find it that if you give it slightly multiple tones, that it just ends up looking more dimensional. I'm going to fill that in quite easily. Slows me down this. I tend to rush when I'm demoing, but as soon as I get colouring pens in my hand, it's like I just slow right
That just calms you down, is it?
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
like I can spend hours colouring. I love it.
Whilst you're doing that, just a reminder, bottom of your screen, the details for the dies, they are proving really, really popular. We'll have another look at them possibly before the end of the show. It's 335274 at 34.98. And again, a lot of the imagery, in fact, all of the imagery will work beautifully with your one-day special, which is also proving popular. Details for those, again, on the left-hand side.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad everyone's liking it.
No, absolutely they are. And they're absolutely loving having the free gift as well. So thank you on behalf of everyone for that.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's nice to give back, isn't it?
Yes, I think it's good when people supported you, particularly when you're kind of jumping into the unknown a little bit.
Yeah.
Following your dreams.
That's
It's always
it.
life affirming when people like the cut of your jib.
Well, for people that's at home as well, it's just thinking, do you know, if you're sitting there like me going, do you know what, one day, go for it.
Aye.
You never know.
Just take a photo of the screen. I tell you what we'll do a bit of a, if we remember to do this, we'll stand out of the way and you can take a photo of the set so that you can then superimpose yourself in it.
I literally did that.
And you can use, that's what Julia did. And so you can visualise yourself in it. We'll do that at some point. I'll get out of the way so you can.
And it
take a
wasn't
shot.
even that like I went come down and start banging on the door saying please let me in. I got a phone call out of the blue. Right, so I would just keep fiddling along like this for ages because you don't have to, but it's just because what I do. But seeing as we're not on, well, we are on for many hours here at the craft store, but they've not given me the entire day to myself.
Right.
So because they've not, I did actually colour one in advance.
Oh, okay.
You know, rather than spend 4 hours just. And I've used my little fancy edge die again.
Oh, yes, that's a handy die, isn't it?
Yeah. Look at that. It's so cool. Right. I love it. Can you tell?
Yeah,
It's
very much
clouds.
so.
I'm so excited. It was like, yeah, we need to do dies. I was encouraged to do dies, and it was literally the first one. I was like, I want clouds.
Yeah, of course. Well, absolutely.
So what I've done is I've cut out it in white, and I've cut it out in, and let's not do that one because it's too even. Do you see what I mean? That was, I'd cut it in the same place, so my clouds were going to, oh, sorry, I'll come down.
That's all right.
I'll come down.
You move down.
Just
There you
so I
go.
glanced up there.
Make each
yeah,
other both
it
way,
would look
perfect.
very even, but to make it just look a little bit more interesting, I've got one where I've cut it slightly further along.
Yeah.
Like, and I love this about die cutting. You can use up your scraps. You can tell that was a scrap of something, can't you? And then I'm going to pop that about there. And then let's get our yellow one on. So now we've got polka dot skies, because why wouldn't you?
Do
you know what I mean? I think the world would be better
any
if we had-
meteorological reason why you wouldn't have polka dot skies.
Oh dear. My grandfather-in-law was a meteorologist. He'd be delighted at this. Oh dear. Anywho, right, so we'll stick that down. I'm sticking that down onto a card. Like so, and then we'll get our base bit. And I was more interested in getting the layout of it, so I do know that that looks really untidy right now. But don't worry, because all we do is we grab our scissors. Ooh, there's glue there. And then I'm just going to cut along the edge of the card, like so. And then all of a sudden it'll be really neat. And there we go. Like so. And then
Nicely
it me
done.
being me, guess what I'm going to do? Oh, I've got flowers. I've got these bits to do too. Right. I'll slow down and I'll breathe.
Okay.
And I'll try and make this
That's fine, I
actually
understand.
sound like I know what I'm doing.
I understand. I always think that when it comes to the launch is free reign, then you've got another show later, and then overnight, if you get any notes in the morning, what you did was fine.
When they drag me into a meeting in the morning,
Then you'll know.
it's like, oops.
Then
No,
you'll know.
I've never had that happen, so
There you go,
I'm just
there you
joking. Making this up as I go along now. Like, let's grab a green, because at the minute she's floating. That I don't like that. That would bother me. So let's just fix that. I maybe didn't choose the best pen, but the pencils that I should have had are down below. That's all right. And what I can do though is just pull that out with water, she says. Now the thing is, I have stamped on super smooth paper here because I was using alcohol markers, and watercolour doesn't really like that so much, so that's why that's just going a little bit pear-shaped, but we'll just forget about that. Okay. Because I've got an example anyway. Right, so got that, and then I've got a sentiment from our freebie stamp.
Yes.
So let's get that in there because we're all getting one of those.
Is it keep looking up, there may be a rainbow waiting for you.
Absolutely.
Nice. Other sentiments in there, in fact you've seen them already. You've got imagine with all your mind, believe with all your heart, achieve with all your might. You are perfect exactly as you are. Be unique, let your colours shine. Positive vibes. And also you've got a little rainbow there as well.
I am just going to have to fix that, sorry, it's going to bother me. It's going to be one of those ones that I'll watch back, because I watch back to give myself notes on how to improve next time.
Okay, well, you know, that's hard to do. A lot of people hate watching themselves on.
I don't particularly like it, but it's just I feel that, you know, it's the only way to learn. But yeah, that bright green's going to bother me. So rather than watch back with my head in my hands, I'm just going to fix it. Slightly better, but hey-ho. Right, so that's that, but I've done another one. So that's it tall, but I've also done one that we've gone the opposite way around.
Nicely done, nice pair. Beautifully done. Thank you very, very much. So the starting point for that obviously is, of both those cards, of course, is your 1 day special. So I'll very quickly tell you what you're getting within here. So you are getting your 4 A6 stamps, or 4 A6 sheets of stamps. Within there you're getting 30 stamps across the 4 different collections, the 4 different characters: Aurora, Misty, Serenity, and also In the Moonlight. Plus you are also getting your A4 paper pack, 5 designs, 5 of each, 25 sheets in total, all designed to correspond beautifully. I will just reach across and show a couple of examples here how it can be ideal for bigger projects. Look at this for a gift box, a presentation box. That's actually been made by Dawn. Thank you, Dawn. And within there you'll see beautiful decorations, but then you'll also see how that's been used to cover said box. I don't know what that box was before, what it was used for.
I have no idea. I can ask Dawn. Actually, Dawn, she might have put a link in my Facebook group. That's JMC Crazy Craft Hive, because she does do videos, so no doubt she's made a video of it. Okay. And if she has, she'll be watching. Lovely. If she has, I'll get her to drop a link.
Dawn, I'm not casting aspersions here, but it feels a little bit like a cigar box. That's all I'm saying. Okay, maybe it is. No names, no pack draw. That's fine. I'll show you a couple more card examples. So we've got a whole range behind here. Actually, it's really nice for me personally to see some craft card being used. I've said this many, many times. I think craft card's the most underrated cardstock. But of course, it's a lovely neutral colour, isn't it? Particularly when you work with really bright colours, it kind of earth or grounds everything. So again, brilliant value for money. Again, available on Flexi Buy. So 2 Flexi payments of £18. And don't forget, courtesy of Julia, you're also going to be getting your free set of stamps as well. 6 stamps, and you've seen these appear across a number of cards. There's the board, so you can see exactly what it is that you can stamp out. So you don't pay any extra for that. That will be included, and you'll get that no matter what you order from the show, but only 1 per customer, please. All right, time for another stock update. Approaching 30% of your 1 day special. Approaching 30% of your 1 day special has gone. So again, we've got another show tonight, and then of course we've got shows running right the way throughout the day. I don't think you've got time to sit and think about this. I think you need to ensure you get hold of yours. And the benefit of doing that, of course, I'll make my way across. The benefit of doing that, of course, is that you get to enjoy the shows more. You get to enjoy the shows more. But see, if you record the shows, and a lot of people do that because real life happens when you're making other plans, as John Lennon once said. So you might have to go out and do something, you record the show. If you've already ordered the item, when the stock updates come thick and fast forward through it. Fast forward to the presenters. Who needs them anyway? You want to get to the good stuff with the demonstrator anyway. If you order early, it takes away all the worry. Right, particularly when we're giving you big stock updates earlier on. On to the stencils. So again, you are getting 3 of your stencils. This is a beautiful sky 6x6 stencil collection. It's 344355. Earlier on, we found out that probably just as many people, everyone who's going for the one-day special, was adding one of these, or these three, I should say, into their baskets. So 30% of the stock of this has gone. So that stands to reason, doesn't it? And again, you can see there's the examples of the 3 stencils that you're getting included within that particular set. I will just show you one more example within this one, where in actual fact the butterflies have actually taken centre stage for that in the background. Lovely. It's 344355. Now we're going to move on, take a look at the dies, because again, a lot of people adding the dies into their basket. You're getting a lot included in here. I'll hold up the board to be far easier, because then you get to see exactly the size and exactly what it is that you can cut out for £34.98. It's 335274, the item number. 16 dies for £34.98. It's 335274, and again you'll see that imagery used all the way throughout. And do you know what, because it is a second-year anniversary for Julia, first time Julia's ever done dies, so again a bit of a milestone for her and for you. That's 335274 at £34.98. But listen, we need to give you a quick reminder, and I'm so pleased so many of you are going for this one, because do you know what, I think this is phenomenal value for money. Particularly again, even if this is all you're going to go for, maybe on a bit of a budget, you're still going to get that free gift as well. So what exactly are you getting here? So your choice, there are 4 different item numbers. Let's start off with the first one. We've got a Lady Dot stamp bundle. So you get the 2 stamp sheets as you see there, plus also those topper sheets. Everything you see there 5 times over. So 20 topper sheets and the 2 A6 sheets of stamps. That you can see is the Lady Dot and also Dotty. Dotty we saw some examples of earlier on. Moving on to the next one, south of there, we've got Honey Tot, and also you've got Queenie within there as well. Again, you're also getting the 20 sheets of toppers included for £15.97. Let's just dwell on that for just 1 second. £21 saving. £15.97 for those 2 sets of stamps are really good. Normally £14.99 just for the toppers. So for 98p you're getting those stamps. Pretty good, right? Okay, let's move on to Bell Blue that you can see just here. And with Bell Blue you're also getting Sunny, I think, if I remember correctly. Who's this? Sammy, and here we go with an S and then an Y. So 774562, again £15.97 for the 2 sheets of stamps and also the toppers. And then on to the final option, this is Daisy Tot and Secret Garden. So again, it's 386252 at £15.97. Well worth checking out the website, okay, because Julia has bought everything she possibly can for this one-day special show for a 2nd anniversary. And to thank you for her support, she's also providing you with a free gift. Again, those colorific sentiments, one of which will be included to every single purchase or every single customer. 1 per customer, obviously. Okay, now, despite the fact that they're only really on speaking terms today, Julia has got her die cutting machine out and ready to go.
Yeah, we've only just met. It's funny using one that's not your machine. Anywho, what I was wanting to show is some of the dies in the die set are extendable. So it won't cut, right, I'll show you what I mean. It won't cut out the paper, but we can extend it.
Right.
So this works with this one and the ladder one. So I've deliberately washi taped it down, and I'm going to hope this works. I have practiced once. It's so weird when it's not your machine, I tell you. It's bigger than mine. My machine's like a little tootsie one.
But I guess your dies will work with any machine, right?
Yeah, that's it, right. So if I take this off now, you can see it. Which camera is best?
Oh, yes.
You can see it's not cut out.
Right.
Okay. Now that's deliberate. It's not a flaw. Because what I can do now is if I move this along, I stick that so that the 2 little bits, the 2 little post bits there, marry up. Bit of washi back down. And we'll run it through again.
So you could create a perpetual fence if you wanted to. You could create a perpetual ladder if you wanted to as well.
Yeah, so it can just go on and be as large as you want it for your project. So it's good. It means you're not sort of limited to the size I've given you. And again, that is kind of what I've been crafting a lot longer than I've been designing. You know, I've been doing that my whole life. This is fairly new. But as a crafter, I know that I want freedom to create my own thing. Do you know and so that's what I try and give you.
What I like about this, I've seen this before, but with larger dies. I've not seen it with a smaller one. Because if you think about it, if you've got one that's, say, I don't know, the width of an A6 card, if you want to make something smaller, you can waste card because you have to cut out the whole length. What I love about this is the fact that it's smaller. So if you want something to fit on an A6 card, you can create it small enough to do just that. Actually saving you card and paper. So going the other way makes perfect sense.
Okay. So that I would take off like so. Okay. Ooh. Beware of the flying die. Right, so then all we do is we just grab our scissors, once we've got it how we want it, and just snip it out, like so. And it can be however long. So I just wanted to show that, because as I said, if you cut it out, you might think, oh, it's not working. But it's been designed to do that. So we're going to see how much of this mixed media project that we will manage to get done. If not, I have filmed myself prepping this, so it will go up in my Facebook group again and in real time.
All right.
So I've got my fence. So this one's been done 3 or 4 times. And we'll just glue that down. I love mixed media. And one of the more expensive elements of mixed media is like your chipboards and things.
Yes, yes.
If you've got dies, so this one here, I don't know if you can see that.
Yes.
I have cut that out of about 5 or 6 pieces of card.
Okay.
So it's really quite...
Oh, it's quite durable.
It's quite sturdy, that now.
Yeah, yeah.
And it also means now I've got a different depth to it. I've also used, sorry, I should have said that, I've also used texture paste.
Ah, through the stencil.
Through the stencil.
So
that's the pretty gets gritty texture paste.
Oh yes, I saw that on the website.
Yeah. Yes, it's fabulous. Again, it's one of those things that I pull out all the time. Okay, and as I said, if you're interested in seeing this in a bit more detail, I have filmed myself doing it, but for TV purposes. Also, if you use gel medium as opposed to wet glue, you'll find that'll stick a lot easier, which you'll see if you watch my video. Right, so then I'm going to stick those down, and then also these, I'm just going to show you because that's not sticking, sorry. You can, I was going to swirl it down so that I've got both ends of the swirl just to add a little bit of interest. So once I've done that, I would then paint it all black. So we've got black gesso. And then I am going to take some of this amazing, pretty whipped mousse. This is amazing stuff because you can use it like a paint, you can use it like a texture paste, you can water it down and use it like a colour, watercolour. You can use it like a gilding wax. So
no, you'll notice that a lot of these.
So many.
Well, yes, this is actually on a pick and mix, so you can choose any 2 for £13.98. How many different options are there on the website for that? Our producer's going to investigate.
Yeah.
But 320, there's 19.
19. It is amazing stuff. I absolutely love it. So I'm just crossing over all my different colours, and I've gone for, kind of going for a sort of singing in the rain, you know, like stormy night sort of
colours. I know what you mean.
The other thing I'll show you that I will do is, if this was a real lamp, you would have yellow light coming from it.
Yes.
So I'm going to put the gold tone in there. And then I'm going to bring the bronzy tone just out the side. This it takes like building up and layering and stuff. As I said, I do have a video of it all so that you can see it not in super speed because it makes more sense. So we gradually just keep building.
It doesn't take long before it all starts to look very metallic. I mean, like
it's amazing
bits
stuff.
of metal.
I think I think when I'll show you the comparison at the beginning, but you'd realise I started off with packaging, cardboard, and then by the time you've finished, you end up with what looks really luxurious. So you keep going, doing exactly what I've kept doing, and then we end up with this.
Wow,
it's amazing, isn't it? Can I do the twinkle? I do the TV twinkle.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
There you go. Look at that.
Hold on, I'm just getting there, just moving the...
Oh. Look at that. So good, isn't it?
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
I mean, that's just cardboard. Shall I show you my start one? Look. I mean, it's hard to...
Hard to imagine it's the same thing.
So then you can also use this as I said, as like a gilding wax. I'm not going to stick my finger in it. I'm just going to... I am, but once I've taken it out of the pot. And then I'm just going to grab the edges, and now I can do and just highlight some of those texture pieces.
That's an effective technique, isn't it, as opposed to...
And suddenly it becomes... We just add another dimension to it. So I think this, like, what I'm trying to show, like, we've done really easy cards. We've done, and now we're doing a full-blown mixed media project.
Yes.
So the designs work right across the board.
Yes, absolutely. Whether or not it's predominantly
card
making, if you want to go into mixed media, if you want to go into home decor, then you've got designs here that will keep up with you no matter which direction you decide to follow. All right, so that is the detail. They are the details again for your one-day special. We've got how long left on the show? I'm trying to see.
A couple of minutes. That's all right.
Oh, we've got 1.5 minutes. Oh,
we're fine, because I've got one here if I run out of time, so we're all good. So I said that you could water it down. So if I just take a little bit of the mousse and a little bit of water, I'm just going to have to do it from my pot because my spray needs refilled. And you just paint over it, and then all of a sudden you've got a pearlised paint.
Oh,
you think about how much you spend on watercolour, how much you spend on texture paste, how much you spend on acrylic paint. Yeah. And it's all in one.
Yeah.
It's a mind-blowingly amazing product. I don't know how Lynette does it. It's magic.
It's superb.
So we've
really busy for that as well. You can find the entire range, of course, on the website.
We've got our gorgeous little misty there. We might have gluing down issues, but I have a finished one, so we're all good. So just tell me when it gets to the stage of like, right, you need to show it, Julia. So we've got our clouds.
Of course.
Well, so you've only worked with me once, and now you know.
No, I know. Every time I see a cloud, I should think of yourself. Listen, we're coming towards the end of the show. Listen, for myself and from everyone here, congratulations on the second anniversary. It's a wonderful story to hear how you ended up here, simply by following your dreams. And that means you can be on the TV and you can make wonderful creations, as you can see just there. Thank you so much, Julia. You're back at 8 o'clock.
I am indeed.
All right, lovely. We look forward to seeing you then. Thank you very much. In the meantime, you can get onto the website and you can order your one-day special. Make sure you add in those dies as well, and then you'll be well on your way to creating exactly the kind of cards and even mixed media projects that Julia's just done for us. Julia, we're back with you later. I'll be back with you in a couple of